Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Horse Racing Gamer proudly brings to you the Gallop Racer World Cup.
YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to the Gallop Racer World Cup. We're in the Dirt Series. We have 5 total races left, but in today's episode, it'll be another 3, all grade 1s, all in Osaka. And this is race 7 we're about to witness here. Mixed field of Fs and As and 1 S-ranked horse, which is Quiet Sound. Should be interesting. 1 filly, that's Happy Derby, ridden by NGO. She should have pretty good odds. And let's go ahead and go down to the paddock for race number 7 in Osaka for the Osaka Derby. They're going 10 furlongs here in the opening race today. And let's see what the bookies think. Last Pegasus is your favorite, and your co-favorite is going to be Quiet Sound. All right. Well, let's go and take you guys through. The 1 horse is going to be General Silence, ridden by Donald, the 7th favorite. That's the 1 horse, General Silence. The 2 horse is Happy Derby, ridden by NGO, the only filly in this field. She's the 5th favorite. It's the 2 horse, Happy Derby. 3 horse is Interesting Rose, ridden by Howard, 9th favorite. 3 horse, Interesting Rose. 4 horse, and your favorite today is Last Pegasus, ridden by Adams. 4 horse, Last Pegasus, your favorite in today's Osaka Derby. 5 horse is Main Nova, ridden by Wiley, the 8th favorite. That's the 5 horse, Main Nova. The 6 horse, Narrow Sports, ridden by Price. This is your 4th favorite. The 6 horse, Narrow Sports. 7 horse is Odd Family, the 3rd favorite, ridden by Harris. Beautiful looking colt there. 7 horse, Odd Family. The 8 horse is Passing Relic, ridden by Reyes. It's the 8 horse, Passing Relic, expected to finish 6th today. I feel like I've used this horse before, have I not? I did. Yikes. Well, if this horse doesn't finish in the top 2, it's fine. Didn't mean to put this horse in the field again. So that's my fault. In fact, even if this horse finishes 2nd, I'll just go ahead and scratch it, and that means whoever finishes in 3rd would be next. But I don't think this horse is going to finish up there. Could, but probably not. Anyways, that's the 8 horse Passing Relic. Figured I may have accidentally put a horse in twice. It's not a big deal. And the 9 horse Quiet Sound is your 2nd favorite, ridden by Gray. There's a 9 horse Quiet Sound. 2nd favorite. So, I'm going to go... I would like to bet on the filly, but I don't know what she'll do here today. I guess I'll just stick to a 4-9 exacta. Last Pegasus the favorite, and then Quiet Sound. I think they have the rest of the field beat by quite a bit. So 4-9 exacta for me, or 9-4 exacta, whichever. In fact, I would just box this. I usually box my exactas. I don't do straights anymore. I will box my exactas. Trifectas, it depends on the field, the cost of the ticket, but exactas I always box. So 4-9 box exacta for me. Let's go down trackside for the 10 furlong Osaka Derby to kick off race 7 here today in the Gallop Racer World Cup Dirt Series. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying this series. Again, I'm recording this in the same day as the last 2 episodes, so keep that in mind with comments. Here we go. 3 races in Osaka today, but this is big. They're all grade 1s. And the next episode will be the final one for the Dirt Series. We'll have the race 10, which will be a qualifying race for all the horses that came in 2nd. And then the final race. Binder Club with the record here. Excited for this. Hopefully you guys are as well. The horses are in the gate. And they're off and racing. Nice clean start by all the horses. I'm not going to be silly about that today. Last Pegasus, the favorite, is going to get out to the lead. And because he's a front runner, this should suit him well. But whoever the 2nd favorite is, which is Quiet Sound, if that horse is able to stalk properly, Quiet Sound, if they timed their spurt, they could challenge Last Pegasus in the stretch. Now, Last Pegasus and Narrow Sports are setting a huge gapper. I'm concerned about this. I mean, this is... They're ahead by 20 lengths. Not 20, but like 10 at least. And here's the rest of the field. They are way off the pace. All these horses are saving ground and stamina. I know Last Pegasus is a great horse. I know Narrow Sports is a solid horse in his own right. But my gosh, the fact that they're so far ahead, we've seen this happen typically in these races so far in the series, the horses that are leading by this much, they don't finish. Pale Dream was like the first horse to be leading by that much in last episode, and actually finished in second. Every other horse that's been in the lead by this much, they haven't finished in the top 2. So this could be bad news for Last Pegasus and Narrow Sports. I'm going to look at Quiet Sound, the 9 horse. That's the second favorite. 3 furlongs left to go. Everybody's starting to make their move. Last Pegasus and Narrow Sports, they may have gone way too hot. And yeah, the field's going to catch them. Quiet Sound's going to go ahead and fly right by. 2 furlongs left to go. Down the stretch we come, and Quiet Sound's got the jump on the favorite. Last Pegasus may have called it a day. No, still there on the inside. Narrow Sports has certainly called it a day. Last Pegasus still there in second place. I figured Quiet Sound was going to get the jump, and it's going to be Quiet Sound getting the victory here today. Last Pegasus is just going to hold on, though. Just going to hold on, and actually got a little bit of a surge later at the end. I wonder if Last Pegasus doesn't have abilities, does it? Wow. What a race. Quiet Sound, though, ends up getting the win. I said 4-9 box. I did say it because I had a feeling Quiet Sound could have had a chance to get that win. Quiet Sound does get the win with Gray. And Last Pegasus was able to finish there in second. What a race to kick off today's episode. And there it is. Quiet Sound, beautiful blue sky backdrop, gets that win. Last Pegasus just held on for second place, but still got beat by a length and a half. And yeah, Narrow Sports finished in last. So Last Pegasus, a really strong horse to have stayed that far in front. And like I said, looked like he got a little bit of a surge there. And go through the order. Quiet Sound first. Last Pegasus second. Odd Family third. Happy Derby, the only filly, she finished in fourth. Fifth was Main Nova. Sixth was Passing Relic. Doesn't matter. That horse would have been scratched if it finished in the top 2. 7 is General Silence. And 8th is Interesting Rose with, again, Narrow Sports finishing 9th. Look at the dividends. Pretty bad. Exact is actually really bad. Trifecta, not great either. But if I boxed that Exacta, I would have won, but not that much. But if I did a $2 Exacta, I mean, what? I would have jumped up by 14 bucks. Not bad. So that concludes race 7 here today. And again, it's going to be Last Pegasus with second place, but most importantly, Quiet Sound gets the dub, and now we have 4 colts in the final race. Oh, I cannot wait for the finals, man. I hope I'm not the only one excited, because we're going to see some great horses. Every horse that's won these races so far, I think, have deserved to be there. So I think that final race is going to be absolutely crazy. Again, we're going back to Osaka. This will be for the mile. 8 furlongs on the dirt. Field of 9, as always. We'll go ahead and edit the horses. I don't really recognize a lot of horses in this field. Tender Crown, Ultimate Hope, Visible Image, Young Rhythm, Ancient Rain, Big Glory. I do recognize, okay, I recognize most of them, I should say. There I go, saying I don't recognize these horses, and I'm actually looking through the list. I'm like, oh, okay, I actually do know these horses. Anyways, race number 8, going 8 furlongs, coming up next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the 8th race. We have Secret Alpha in this field. You guys can see the ratings. A lot of F-ranked horses as always. Secret Alpha, double S, Western Laurel, S-ranked, Ancient Rain, A-ranked. Should be interesting. Only one front runner horse. That'll be Ancient Rain. That horse could set the pace pretty nicely here. Osaka Mile, 8 furlongs. Race number 8 on the calendar. Coming right up. Oh, this has been so enjoyable. I really can't express that. If it doesn't, you guys can't tell by my voice. I've really been enjoying this series because, again, I'm looking at horses. Some horses I actually haven't paid attention to. Like, this has not only served as just a very entertaining thing to do, but it's also been a scouting mission to see what horses I may want to pick up in the market if they're available, depending on their price. Especially the fillies. Like the colts, I'm kind of like whatever about, but we need better fillies for brood mares in our season mode. So this is a great opportunity. So, favorite's going to be Secret Alpha. No surprise. Ancient Rain's going to be the second favorite. I'm just going to say right off the bat, I'm probably just going to do a 2-8 Exacta. Maybe. Let's look through the rest of the field, though. All right. The one horse is going to be Radiant Bet, ridden by Doyle, the 8th favorite. That's the one horse, Radiant Bet. The 2 horse is going to be Secret Alpha, today's favorite, ridden by Chang, all orange silks. It's the 2 horse, Secret Alpha. 3 horse is going to be Tender Crown, ridden by Howard, 7th favorite. That is the 3 horse Tender Crown. 4 horse Ultimate Hope, ridden by NGO, all green silks, the 5th favorite. That is the 4-horse Ultimate Hope. The 5-horse is Visible Image, ridden by Jet. 9th favorite, beautiful gray. Long shot, though. It's the 5-horse, Visible Image. 6-horse, Western Laurel. 3rd favorite, ridden by Kid. It's the 6-horse, Western Laurel. 7-horse, Young Rhythm, ridden by Barker. 6th favorite. That is the 7-horse, Young Rhythm. The 8-horse, Ancient Rain, ridden by Pitt. Beautiful looking colt there. 2nd favorite in today's field. That is the 8-horse, Ancient Rain. And last but not least, closing off the field is Big Glory, the 9-horse and the 4th favorite, ridden by Brady. Only filly in today's field. Huh. Interesting. So I'm going to say I'll do a 2-8-9 try. And the exacta's tough. Big Glory could be up there. You know what? I'm going to do a 9... I'm going to do a 9-8 exacta. No disrespect to Secret Alpha. I'm going to do a 9-8 exacta box. And then a 2-8-9 try box. So let's see how that plays out. Field of 9 going 8 furlongs in Osaka. Let's go down trackside. Of course, you guys know me. I always want to give the gals a chance. I think they deserve more of that. So again, 8-9 exacta box. 2-8-9 trifecta box. Race 8, and after race 9, guys, wow, we only have 2 more races left for the Dirt Series. And again, this is just dirt. We have so many of the other greatest horses in this game on the Turf Series. This has been extremely fun. I can't even imagine what the Turf Series is going to be like, especially since I have one of my original horses in each race. Anyways, it's 8 furlongs for the Osaka Mile, and we're off and racing. Pretty clean start by all the horses. It looks like it's going to be Young Rhythm and Tender Crown getting out there, but actually Young Rhythm is a closer. So Ancient Rain, the 2nd favorite, is going to punch to the front. Tender Crown, 3-horse sitting there in 2nd, and I'll wait for the rest of the field to kind of figure themselves out to go through the rest of the order. Ancient Rain leading by a lot. This is hit or miss. Some horses lead by this much, and obviously we've seen them fall down the order, and then sometimes they're able to stay there strong. Like in the last race, for example, Last Pegasus was able to stay there and almost bounce back to win that race. So, Ancient Rain looking strong here. 7 and 6 horse, it's Tender Crown and Western Laurel. They're there at 2nd and 3rd. Tender Crown sitting there at 4th. Excuse me, Young Rhythm and Western Laurel. Field's moving though. Field is moving. Ancient Rain still comfortably out there in front. He's going to start to feel some pressure. 2 furlongs left to go as they approach turn 4, and down the stretch they come. It's a lot of horses here at the front. I'm having a little bit of difficulty keeping track. That is the 2-horse. That is going to be Secret Alpha there in front. Ancient Rain still there on the inside, but it is the favorite Secret Alpha who looks like he's going to stroll on to the win. It's going to be close for 2nd. No, that is going to be, I believe, the 4-horse, and that is Ultimate Hope. Is that Ultimate Hope? No, that was the 6. I apologize. Western Laurel. So 2-6. The favorite does end up winning that Osaka Mile. That was Secret Alpha getting the win with Chang. And Ultimate Hope, or excuse me, Western Laurel. Sorry, the 6-horse ended up getting up there for 2nd place. Go ahead and take that for the picture. Secret Alpha gets it done. Pretty easy win for that horse. I don't think he really faced much resistance. Was able to stay tucked behind and got the win by a length and a half. So, exactas and tries did not fall through for me. Dividends didn't pay well at all for the exactas or the trifectas. Let's go through the order of finish. Let's go through the order of finish. All right, so Secret Alpha, again, the 2-horse, ended up getting the win. 2nd place was Western Laurel, the 6. 3rd was Ancient Rain. 4th was Big Glory. 5th was Young Rhythm. 6th was Tender Crown. 7th was Ultimate Hope. 8th was Visible Image. And 9th was Radiant Bet. So Secret Alpha, he moves on to the dance, and Western Laurel has a chance to get themselves back into the race. Back into the final race, I should say. All right. So last couple of races, I think the favorites have won for the most part. Quiet Sound was the favorite. No, Last Pegasus actually was the favorite in the first race today. Ended up finishing 2nd. Secret Alpha, though, the favorite, did end up winning today. So there concludes the Osaka Mile. We have one more left to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a sprint, 6 furlongs again in Osaka. And now these horses I'm actually not too familiar with. I got to be honest. Dancing Pegasus and General Way, Glad Lily. The only 3 horses I actually recognize. Everybody else, it's kind of like I'm not really paid attention to them. Last race coming up next. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the last race here for today's episode. And most importantly, one of the last races to determine a winner, because obviously in the next episode, race 10, which will be the qualifying grade 3 race, that'll feature all the horses that finished in second. And remember, out of those 9 horses, only 5 of them are going to be able to advance to the final race for a full field of 14. So big race here. Last chances for everybody, as you can see, mostly Fs, 1 S-ranked horse, and actually it's only 1 S-ranked horse. Lots of gals in today's race. We have 6 fillies, 3 colts. So good chance we'll have another filly to win. That'd be nice. Anyways, the Osaka Sprint, it's 6 furlongs, and we'll head trackside for the last race in today's episode. And as always, I hope you guys have been enjoying. So here we go. Nighttime Osaka Sprint. Favorite is going to be Familiar Fang. Second favorite is going to be Iron Believer. So we should expect most of the gals should finish in the top 3. Doesn't really appear that the colts actually have much of a chance. Yeah, all the colts actually have the worst odds. The colts are 7th, 8th, and 9th in regards to where they're supposed to finish today. So let's go to first horse. Capable Field is the 1 horse. Ridden by Sam's. Long shot here today. 1 horse, Capable Field. One of the 3 colts. 2 horses, Dancing Pegasus, ridden by Chang. Chang, remember, won earlier here today. And 4th favorite here for Dancing Pegasus. That is the 2 horse, Dancing Pegasus. 3 horse, Emotional Grade, another filly. She's the 5th favorite, ridden by Osborne. That is the 3 horse, Emotional Grade. 4 horse, and your favorite in today's Osaka Sprint is the filly Familiar Fang, ridden by Tucker. That is the 4 horse, Familiar Fang. 5 horse, General Way, 3rd favorite, ridden by Owens, another filly. 5 horse, General Way. 6 horse, Glad Lily, expected to finish 7th, ridden by NGO, all red silks. That's the 6 horse, Glad Lily, 2nd colt. 7 horses, Happy Letter, 6th favorite, ridden by Wiley. That is Happy Letter, the 7 horse. Running as a closer could benefit this horse if they get their spurt going. If not, they'll be too far back. But that's the 7 horse, Happy Letter. 8 horse, Iron Believer, ridden by Adams, your 2nd favorite in today's field. Another filly, Iron Believer, the 8 horse. Last but not least, the last colt, Major Monsters, the 9 horse, ridden by Jordan. Expected to finish 8th. That is the 9 horse, Major Monster. So, exacta tries. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to do exactas. I'm going to do a 4-8 exacta. I'm going to do Familiar Fang, Iron Believer, 4-8 exacta box. That's what I'll do. You guys let me know yours. I mean, well, what am I talking about? If this was real time, obviously that would work, but that's not going to work. But in your heads, you can if you want. 4-8 exacta for me. Let's see how this turns out. Last race of today's episode. And most importantly, whoever wins this race, the 9 winners will be determined for the final race. And then, like I said, we'll still have 5 spots left. And that'll be determined in the qualifying race in the next episode. Wow. Gotta say, this final race on dirt's looking pretty crazy. It really is. Not sure who's going to win that. Wish I could live stream this, but I can't with my capture software. 6 furlongs on the dirt here for the Osaka Sprint. Last one of today's episode. Last of the main group of races. Horses are in the gate, and they're off. Bad start by the 1 horse who is Capable Field. Did not get out well, but that horse is supposed to finish in last anyways. So they're fighting at the front. That's going to be the 2 horse Dancing Pegasus going for the lead, ridden by Chang. Let's keep an eye on the 4 and the 8. That's really all I'm concerned about. Iron Believer and Familiar Fang. They're sitting there comfortably at the front. That's obviously where the leader is, but They'll be saving ground, and unless Dancing Pegasus has plenty of stamina, I feel like he'll get caught. Fast section of the track there, 10.9 seconds. Blistering pace. 11.7, still at the mid-range pace. 2 furlongs left to go. Down the stretch they come in the Osaka Sprint. It's still Dancing Pegasus out in front. Here comes the challenge from Familiar Fang. She's going to blow by, and I don't think she's going to be caught. Familiar Fang is gone. She is cleared by 2 lengths. Less than half a furlong left to go. It is Familiar Fang. She's out. She's clear. She's going to win that by more than 2 lengths. And I think that was Iron Believer. No, that was not Iron Believer. That was the 5-horse General Way, finishing in second. So Familiar Fang, the filly, gets the job done. She does win the Osaka Sprint. She was clear. She had no competition, and nobody was catching her as soon as she turned up that level in the stretch. The next gear she went, and that was all she wrote. So General Way ends up getting second place. Iron Believer just missed out, but 3.5 length win there, Familiar Fang. That's a really big win considering the pace was pretty mid. And we have another filly. Another filly in the final race. So that means we'll have, let's see here. 2, 3, 4. We'll have 4 fillies, 5 colts so far that have already punched their ticket into that final race. 12.5 furlongs is going to be quite the test. And then again, General Way ends up finishing in second. Let's go ahead and look at the dividends. Exactas and tries still not paying much of anything. Shocker. Let's go through the order of finish. Again, Familiar Fang, the filly, ends up getting the win. Second was General Way. Third was Iron Believer. Fourth was Major Monster. That's a pretty good result there, considering that horse was supposed to finish in 8th. Fifth was Emotional Grade. 6th was Happy Letter. 7th was Glad Lily. 8th was Capable Field. And 9th was Dancing Pegasus. He set the pace too fast and gassed himself out. 6 lengths behind Capable Field, I believe, at the wire. 6 lengths off the finishing pace. Doesn't really matter. He was well off. And guys, we have our first 9 horses set for this field. We have 4 fillies. Absurd Dream, Came City, Scarlet Jewel, and Familiar Fang. Those are the 4 gals that have gotten into the final race. And then the 5 colts that have gotten in. Wandering Tyrant, Native Art, Beauty Value, Quiet Sound, and Secret Alpha. Excuse me. Those 9 horses have punched their tickets into the last race. In the next episode, again, we'll have to do that quality race. It'll be a grade 3, 7 furlongs, the Kobe Stakes. The 9 horses that'll be participating in the qualifying race. Remember, only 5 of the 9 are going to be able to advance. But it'll be Vast Delight, Sedate Ruler, Happy Bridge, Pale Dream, Dancing Eden, Fairy Fear, Last Pegasus, and Western Laurel, along with General Way. Those will be your 9 horses to open up the next episode for the qualifying race. Remember, only 5 of those 9 horses will advance to the final showdown for this Dirt World Cup. Guys, that is going to conclude today's episode. As always, I hope that you have enjoyed. I hope this has been entertaining for you as it has for me. I cannot wait to see that final race, man. It's going to be 12.5 furlongs in Hiroshima for the Pine Grand Prix. It's going to be a grade 2 because, again, it's like one of the longest dirt races I could have done on this calendar at this point in the year. I did, as you can see, I kept the races in chronological order from like February, March, April, May, so on and so forth. So, cannot wait for that final race. Let me know your thoughts in regards to today's episode. Who are you liking? Out of all the winners I just mentioned, who are you liking for the final race? Again, Absurd Dream, Came City, Wandering Tyrant, Scarlet Jewel, Native Art, Beauty Value, Quiet Sound, Secret Alpha, and Familiar Fang. Most of you can probably remember more of those horses in detail than I can personally, but who are you going for in that final race? Right now, I have to say, Absurd Dream still looks good. So does Came City. As far as the colts are concerned, I think Quiet Sound and Secret Alpha will be tough to beat. Wandering Tyrant also looks to be pretty strong. So I think it's going to be a very competitive final race. 12.5 furlongs. I suspect we'll have several horses up there at the line. I would be surprised if one horse completely blew the field away. I think that'd be a real big testament to how strong that horse is. Whether it's a colt or filly, if they're able to win by more than 2 lengths, I suspect it'll be very close in that final race. And yeah, very much looking forward to it. Again, next episode, it'll only be 2 races. It'll be the qualifying race, which will be race 10, and then the final race, which will be a 14 horse field. going 12.5 furlongs to conclude the Dirt Series World Cup. As always, appreciate you guys' love and support on the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But until next time, it is Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you all have a great and fantastic day. We should see you later for Race 10, the quali, and the finals. Goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.